Necrotech Ghoulgrip. All right, get a grip, Joe. I need to get a grip. I think he's got a good grip there. All right, let's read this lore. Necrotech Ghoulgrips come in as many shapes and sizes as there are arms to reclaim. Whether built from scratch, ripped from another Isonek, or salvaged from the mountainous scrap heaps of discarded soulborgs that litter Anude's borders, all Ghoulgrips share one terrifying trait: an arm of metal, injected with volatile silene, capable of crushing a soulborg's skull flat in its fist. When invaders stray too close to Queen Kirion's encampments, they learn why... You know what? I should have done that the whole time. I forgot to do that. Apologies. So you guys are looking at a little screen at the very beginning of this. I apologize for like the last two videos that you've seen of those because I forgot to expand that video. All right, anyway, moving on. They learn why Ghoulgrips are feared for their brutal grasp, pinning targets in place while the flaming plasma arcs of the guest fires rain down from the night sky. For those willing to look past the skeletal remains entwined in their coiled metal limbs, Ghoulgrips offer immense utility. Their strength allows them to carry 50 times what a Kiri can without flinching, making them indispensable for transporting the materials needed to build Kirion's growing fortresses. They are often seen near her camps and packs, scouring the rusting hills of Anude's battlefields. Decrepit tech and shattered weaponry are torn from the earth and hauled back to Kirion's forge for reclamation and reuse. Even Kirion's Soulborg allies have learned to keep their distance. More than one who wandered too close has been mistaken for scrap and ripped apart in an instant. How lovely. So it just basically describes this. I like the big hand. That is a big hand.
That's deadly.
Yeah. Anyway, okay. So that's nice little bit of lore for it. Let's get into the card. Vidar Necrotech Ghoulgrip, life of 2, move of 5, range of 1, attack of 3, defense of 4, 30 points. Isonek Common Hero, Ghoulgrip, menacing, medium 5. Cyberclaw, okay, Cyberclaw, small and medium figures engaged with Necrotech Ghoulgrip cannot move or be moved by any special power or glyphs. And this is a familiar one, so now we have a Renegade unit that has Cyberclaw. Melee defense, a Necrotech Ghoulgrip adds 1 to its defense value when attacked with a normal attack by an adjacent figure. So this is kind of like the unit that holds your holds whatever enemies in place.
Batrons or X-17.
Yep.
I do wish, because of how massive that claw is, that it included large as well. But
or some type of just like crushing attack or something.
Yeah, that too. Like I'm kind of surprised there isn't, like, they talk about it in the lore, but I'm kind of surprised that there isn't, like, if you get, let's say, all 3 skulls, it's an insta-kill, you know, like, type of thing. But only if they're cyberclawed or something, you know, like the specific, like, ruling for it, so that if that happens, it, you know, it feels like, oh my god, I did the thing, like...
I mean, it's a good unit for what it is. It's just it's a unit that's supposed to stop, you know, your enemy in its tracks, and then your other melee type of guys just, you know, rail in on them, and you know, Ghoulgrip might get like a spinning buzzsaw at him, but that's why he's got a defensive 4. So, you know, that'll help him out a little bit with that. But 30 points, yeah, that's a very interesting unit. Jeremy, any other thoughts on that? I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. This is just a recreation of a unit that's already in Classicscape, right?
Yeah, we got the Gladiatron is now contemporary, which is nice. I get to see my favorite combo get to come back, and it's a new iteration, because I've been a huge fan of the Gladiatron Blastitron combo forever. I always use them. I bring them I brought them most of the time at EscapeCon. I think most of my army's EscapeCon was Glad Blast combo. So seeing that, it's like, yes, it's back. But it's interesting because I want to, seeing that in play with what we have for common heroes or the common squad. It'd be interesting to see them in all together, how that would work out. Because you use him. I see you use him to grab, but you gotta be careful not to use him to grab something, and then if you use the guy's blade, you might have to end up attacking your own unit on accident. So you gotta be really careful how you play this. Make sure you grab them, but not out of the range of the guy's blades, but within the range of the firing ranged ones. So
I think the good thing, and we'll get into the other Necrotech, but I think these common squads, common heroes, you buy a bunch of them, I think they can handle, I just have a feeling they can handle many types of armies, depending on what they're up against, so it'd be interesting, like these guys trying to find ways to beat them, because I think they're a recreation of, hello Derek, how you doing tonight? A recreation of Gladiatrons, like you said, like they're saying in the chat, which is great. I think the people at Renegade, they understand that those are, those classic units are heavily used, and so it's like, okay, let's have some that are similar, that fits the purpose for us as well. So, and still making them a little bit different, tweaking them a little bit to make them fun. So yeah, I really like it. Joe, any other thoughts on this unit?
Yeah, I mean, this is more of a generic comment for this entire box, but man, because I just noticed that Derek said that he's going to grab 4 boxes of these, and I'm realizing I don't think 4 is enough.
No, I don't think
because
so either.
if you want to have the heroes and have multiples of those heroes, you got to, even if you wanted 2 Ghoulgrips, you're gonna need 2 of those boxes. But then you're only gonna have 2 squads of Reavers? No, you want at least 4 squads of Reavers plus your heroes. So I don't know how many boxes you actually need here.
Out of the
gonna
box,
have to talk to Vidar 43 and ask him how many boxes he's getting, so we can all have a set goal.
Well, the great thing with these boxes, they carry 6 minis, right? So that you can interchange.
Yeah.
So I think
2
so.
each.
Yeah. So you can have the option of having the common squad and then 3 of the common heroes too, which is awesome. Or you can just have 2 of the common squads and none of the common heroes. So there is that. It's a great box. It's a great, if you just wanted to go primarily these Necrotech commons and common heroes, and get nothing else, I think it'd be a great army to use and start building and for Renegade tournaments and such. I think they might be a good option for that. So but let's close this out. Do you want to say something, Jeremy?
Yeah, I'm thinking about, in terms of numbers, because your common squad can become the common hero at the start of a round. It'd probably be good to just have 2 sets, because then you have 3 squads worth of the Necrotechs, and then you already have the heroes out. Then when they die, you just replace those heroes with new heroes from your squad members. So you're just kind of recycling what you can.
Right. It's almost reminds me of the Acolytes, because really you only need 1 or 2 squads for them to be effective. You don't really need that much, so you don't need to buy, even though the common squads, you don't need to buy as much, because they just keep on coming back to life. So I think the same might be said for these guys. You might think you need a lot, but it might not be necessary to buy a lot. So we'll see how they end up playing. I think it's going to be very interesting. Anyway, let's take a look at Necrotech Ghoulgrip.